Coming up, we'll have a full forecast in the next half hour, but time for a quick check-in with the weather. Here's Helen. Hi there.
Hiya, Nina. We've had a change of type over the weekend from that hot air we tapped into to the south of us this week. We're pulling in Arctic winds down from the north, and with them they're coming over the North Sea, so they're picking up a bit more moisture. But what we'll find is the temperatures that have given us the heat wave are ebbing away that heat. The white here, average temperatures, the blue something a little below average as we go through this week. And it's, as I say, it's because of the position of our high pressure. We're just to the east of it at the moment. By the time we get to the weekend, bank holiday, it's drifting eastwards again, and we're starting to pull in a southerly wind, and it's keeping those weather fronts at bay as well. OK,
Helen, thank you. We'll see you soon. Let's get the weather now. Here's Helen.
Nina, thanks. I thought we'd take a look across the other side of the Atlantic first. We've got our first Atlantic hurricane, Erin. It is a major hurricane, a glancing blow, though. Looks set to stay offshore, but it will cause some quite dangerous rip currents and storm surge and possible flash flooding to some of the Caribbean islands, and then those rip currents as well, stretching up towards the Bahamas, Bermuda and the coast of America and Canada. So that's how that storm's looking at the moment. It's potentially coming across the Atlantic, but not for another week. So we'll keep you posted on that one. For this week, here in the UK, still mostly dry, but a little cooler, as I've shown you already. But here's the rainfall accumulations through the week. You can see only a little bit in the east. So even though things are cooling down and we're picking up more cloud, it's not going to be usable moisture, really. It's not the rainfall that we need. And as we look towards the bank holiday weekend, it's still looking mostly dry. But it's rather cloudy here in Leicestershire at the moment because that moist air coming down from the north has been pulling in all this cloud. Yes, we have a few showers for Devon and Cornwall on the radar picture here and into the southwest of Wales, but they're not yielding a lot of rain. There could be the odd rumble of thunder. It's a sunnier picture, though, across the western side of Scotland, Northern Ireland, northwestern England, Cardigan Bay of Wales, and elsewhere that cloud will get nibbled away by the strong August sunshine. So temperatures topping out about 25, locally 26. So we're just losing that heatwave status for most parts now. But then through the evening and overnight, temperatures don't really drop much because we've got that cloud rolling back in on our northerly winds. So acting like a blanket, stopping the temperatures from falling, and it will be another quite warm night for many of us again. So cooler by day, but not necessarily by night. As we go through tomorrow, however, yes, we've got our weather front giving some showers towards the south and west, and they may push a little bit further eastward. So again, a little bit of rort over the gardens for some. Behind this cold weather front in the north, we will find quite a significant drop in temperature coming along later on. We'll notice it, I think, more by Wednesday, but Tuesday sort of similar to today for most of us, quite cool near the east coast, 23, 24 are high. So we're getting back down to average. But that high pressure is still with us into Wednesday. Behind that cold weather front, the cloud hopefully breaks up a little bit more in the north, but it will feel cooler. In fact, through Wednesday night and Thursday night, some fairly cool nights to come. Again, further south, there's just a lot of dry weather. The morning mistiness over the hills, little bit of drizzle from that cloud. Temperatures just dropping by a degree each day. But it's very usable weather if you're still off on holiday and you want to get out and about. Very little sign of any significant rain. It comes into the next week period where we could start to see some appreciable rain if Erin comes across the Atlantic, throwing some tropical moisture our way. But of course, we'll keep you posted. Nina.
Usable weather. I like that. Thanks, Helen.
Pleasure.